So as we have been gone through in our yesterday's class, that is previous class, so that is nothing but we have just gone through this basics things, that is what, like what is variable and what are the data types. So coming to the operations. So what are the operations that usually which we use is nothing but we'll be using arithmetical operators. So arithmetical operators means, like that is plus minus. So I'll just write down over here. I'll just show the demo for you. I'll open my, sorry, I'll open my file. Wait. So I'll be opening your file, that is, yeah, over here. I'll just, or else I'll take the same file only. So over here, so we are just learning about, that is operators, right? So first one, what they are telling, something called as arithmetical operator. So coming to first of all, what is operators, guys? Normal definition, like which you can give. What is an operator? So what is operators? Hmm? Why do we use operators? To perform some operation.
Different types of mathematical logical computations.
I'm asking what is operators? Operators are used to perform
Different types of mathematical.
different hmm, different operations or mathematical operations. Math operations. Sorry. OPERATIO. Or you can also tell math and logical operators. Correct, right? Okay. So and again, what is the thing which comes under the what I can tell like that is first one is what arithmetical operator. Arithmetic. What are the things that comes under the arithmetic operators? Any idea, guys? Hmm?
Addition, subtraction, multiplication.
Sure. So that is plus my and comma minus, addition, subtraction, and that is multiplication. And what is the next thing? Division. So division is this one, okay? You will be using once like slash kind of thing. And so and the next thing that which you will be using is you will be using something called as modulus. So on. Okay. And you can just also use increment and decrement Okay, this increment and decrement you will be using in the for loop. So I'll be telling about this, what why we use increment and decrement. So you don't need to worry about this. Okay. So and what is the next thing? That is nothing but assignment operators. Assignment operators. So what all the things that comes under the assignment operators equals to whenever you are assigning some value to some of the what I can tell properties or any variable whenever you are assigning that. So at that time you will be using the assignment operators. Okay. So equals to or plus or equals to, or I can also tell that minus or equals to, and before that I'll like to tell minus, sorry, minus or equals to, and similarly after the increment if you want you can do, and also I can tell that is, and similarly for the modulus also. Okay, so these are the basic things that which we use, right? So do you have any like do you have any doubts like why we will be using these operators? Any doubts, guys? Anyway we'll be doing in practical, so you don't worry. Okay, then what is the next thing? Comparison. So when we want to compare two values, at that time, what are the operators that we will be using? We will be using comparison operators. So what are the comparison operators? We will be using double equals to. So remember, we'll not be using equals to for the comparison. Okay, we equals to is used for only assigning the value. Double equals to we'll be using. Okay, we'll be using double equal. And next other one is triple equals. So there's a difference between double equal and triple equal. Okay, you should just note down. Just have a question in your mind. Difference between, that is difference between double equals, sorry, triple equals and double equals. Okay, so this is the question. Though you need to just find out. I'll also be explaining it. Okay. So you guys can just go through this. And what is the next thing? That is not equals to, and you can also check with the values, and you can also check the difference between this and this one. Okay. And the next thing is similarly greater than, and also you can tell greater than or equals to, greater than and greater than or equals to, and I can also tell lesser than or equals to. First I'll take lesser than, and next I'll be taking lesser than or equals to, and the next thing is if there is any queries that which you want, that if that arises or not, you will be having, you will also be using some question mark. So okay, we'll all be using all these things when we are doing the completely. I'll be using each and every thing, so you don't need to worry. If you don't know also, you will be able to learn this. Okay, when we are doing the practical. So any doubts in this, like which symbol is which one? Did you understand what is this? Okay. So and what is the next thing is the logical operator. So usually you know the logical operators. So what are the logical operators, guys? Yeah, the same one only. So the logical operators are nothing but and the logical operators are and, or, that is, or, and the next one is not. Okay. So these are the logical operators that which we will be using. And there is some more like more things that which we have, that is nothing but bitwise operators and so on. Okay. So I would also like to tell that same bitwise operator. So bitwise operators are nothing but like you will be just using. So this is the additional thing I would like to tell you, that is bitwise. So what is the bitwise? Guys, do you have any idea? Here also it comes the same thing, that is and, or, and not, and you use this symbol for XOR, and you use two arrows for left shift, left shift. So I'm just mentioning since this is for your new thing, no? So for this one, what you will be using for left shift, you will be using. Since this is new for you, I'm just telling, okay? This is left shift, and similarly for right shift, you have right shift. So this one is for right shift and nothing but unassigned right shift. So the last one that which you will be learning is unassigned. So do you have? I think this is like advanced level only. Like you will not be using this one and all unassigned this things and all just for knowing purpose. I'm just telling you. Okay. So you will not be using these things. So okay. So whenever we use it, will suppose if we are using, you will be able to know that. So if anyone suppose ask like what are the bitwise operators in the interview and all, like you should just answer this one, okay? So and no, or and not, and what is this? This is XOR and the less like what is that? Left shift, right shift. So you can just answer at that time. So any doubts in this? Any doubts in this operators, like what all the things that which we use? Or should I again show you one demo? Hmm? So I'll also just show you some demo for some of the things. So I'll be commenting all the things which we have done in the previous class. So in the same file only I'll be reusing it. Okay. So in today's class, that is like what I can tell, 31 7 24. Okay. So I'll just write down. First I'll be taking one variable. So how to take one variable? How to take a variable? Aman, how to take a variable? Hmm? Okay. Where equals to? Okay. As you told only, I'll write where equals to any number. It is showing error. Why? It is showing an error. As you told only, I'm doing. Where equals to any number. Okay. That is nothing but variable name you should give first. Okay. So similarly, I'll be taking two variables. Okay. So I have taken A and B. So I'll be adding this 2. So I'll be just printing it on the window only. So how to print it on the window? That is on the browser. How to print? Huh? On the browser, I'm asking, not on the console window. Document dot right. Okay. So how should I print? So I'll be using plus operator. So is it correct? No, I can print even this also, right? Okay. I can also print like this also. Directly I can just give and I can print. Okay. A plus B also. I'll get both the answers are same only. You can also just I'll go to my HTML file. That is where is my HTML file? This one. So and I'll just post. See, am I getting 2020? So it is printing in the same line actually, right? So what I'll do, I'll use one H1 tag and here I'll use one H2 tag is equals to, sorry, I'll just use H1 and H2. Okay. So what I'll be doing is I'll be taking one. So this is a part of DOM. Okay. Now which I'll be doing. So this is a part of DOM. Bye. Whatever. Yeah. So this is a part of DOM. That is nothing but document object model. So I'll be using the DOM part. So similarly, I have done this one, right? I've just written document dot write. Now what I'll be doing, I'll be passing this into this. That is this. What is the thing that I have taken? I have taken H1 and H2. Correct, right? So I'll be passing it over here. So inside this H1 and H2, how to pass. So let us start. Let us see that. Okay. So document dot get element by name. That is what name? The tag name. So whatever the tag name that which I have been given, over there I am giving that. So how to do that is I'll be mentioning the tag name, that is H1. Okay. So dot inner inner HTML. So that is equals to nothing but 10. That is equals to 10 plus 10. So I'll just remove this 2. I think so. Something wrong. Inner HTML. So what is the wrong which have done? Anyone can just tell me what is wrong that have done? Anyone can guess or what is the wrong in that? Hmm? So what is the wrong have done? So I'll just write I and I'll close this. So why am I not able to print that inner HTML? So I have given the tag name only. So is this correct? No. Actually, we need to give it in double quotes. And okay, I'll just give some ID name over here. That is ID is equals to H1 only I'll give. And I'll come over here and just refresh this one. And I'll be using string. Why am I not able to assign INNER inner HTML? Okay, so let me solve. Okay, by ID. Okay, just a minute. Okay, element by ID I'll take. No, it is not. I don't know why it is not printing. Mm, it should print. Okay, I'll just close this and I'll try. I lost this. Why am I not able to? Document.get element by ID. Even if I close, if I don't close, also I should get, but I don't know why I'm not able to. Document.get element by ID and have given the ID also. So actually this is correct, okay? I don't know why I'm not getting the output. I'll just check if I give some text over here. That is, yeah, I'm getting, but actually I should get the data in the point of like that is HH. No, I need to get this data. I don't know why I'm not able to. Mm, dot inner HTML is equals to, okay, first I'll just give some styles and I'll check. Dot style dot background color. So background color is equals to blue. No, it is not targeting itself. Why it is not? Why? Mm-mm. So why am I not able to change that? Okay, so let me take this. That is, let h1 is equals to, I'll take, and I'll call here h1 as a function. And no, why am I not able to apply? Okay, so let me solve this in the tomorrow's class. Okay, so I just so okay guys. So over here, like, what is the mistake that we have done in the sense? So whenever you are doing in the what I can tell, suppose whenever you are doing in the internal, that is internally only when you are doing, that is whenever you are writing the script tag inside your body, or I think you can also write your script tag inside your header. And if okay, and if you just change, so since I am writing this one, that is this function, I'll just comment this function and okay. See, it is not changed now, even now. Yeah, demo. But whenever you write inside your body, see, whenever if I write inside my body, if it is affecting. Correct, right? So any doubts that you are having? So whenever I write this inside my body, it is getting affected. So whatever the code I have written over here, right? So this code is correct. So I'll just copy this. Sorry, Control Z. I just copy this and I just put it inside my body script. So I'll just put it inside my body script. So what is the thing? It has been affected over here. That is EGG. So it is getting affected, right? So see, whatever I write over here will come. I This is my my second JS class. Okay. So is it affecting over here? But the same thing, what if I put it inside my header tag, it will not affect. See, it is not affecting. Okay. So in the sense, you cannot write that inside the header tag. Suppose if I am writing it, if suppose if I am writing it, so you cannot use the, so I can tell inside the header. Okay. So if you want to just that is imported. So I have also used here, that is what is this? I can also make this as, okay, okay. So I have so this script tag why I have been used in the sense I have used for exporting this. Okay, again, don't get confused. You cannot use the script tag here, and you cannot write the data, but have been used the, what I can tell, uh, for exporting the data. If you are using over here, that is, I'll just remove over here. So if you are using over here, that you need to write the function, you need to write like a function. Okay, so you need to write like a function and then you need to use. So I'll also remove this line. I'll just go over here and I'll be writing the function. Okay, so whenever I use the function and whenever I on click, that is, I'll just take one text. So whenever I on click on this, so I have used a function called as on click. So whenever I on click on this, I'm getting the data. So you're able to observe. So instead of this, I can also take one button. I can tell, see, click. Okay. So I'll just pass this click function over here. So whenever I click on this wording will change. Okay. So any confusions, guys? How this is working? I'll tell you about the function. Don't worry. That is your next topic. Okay. So any doubts? Huh?
No, sir.
Okay. So actually this is working. So if I want this one to work, that is H1 tag to work, that is, I'll just take with the tag name only. Right? Tags name I'll take. So how to do this one? I'll just remove the ID, and if I want this one to work in the external CSS, what should I do? What should I do? I'll be just taking this and I'll just put inside my function. So whenever I click on this, yeah, tag name, that is H1. So whenever I click on this, that will get affected. So why is it not by tag name? By tag name. Now I'll just click on this. Hmm, why is it not? And I'll just take this inner HTML and by the tag name. So whenever I give the tag name, so again, what is the mistake that we have done? Why am I not getting this? I don't know guys, like why this first line is not working. Document dot get element by ID by tag name. Okay, I'll just change this to tag name by ID only. By ID by ID. And I'll just make this to ID is equals to HT. So whenever I click on this, so I'll be getting the data. So I'll just check it out that one. I think so actually, yes. I think so like whenever you want to change the particular inner HTML, you need to use the ID. Yeah, I forgot that one. Okay. So whenever you want to change the particular thing of that, you need to use the ID. So for that only I think so it is not working. So I'll also just confirm it and I'll just let you know. Okay. So I think so this one is done. And the next thing, what we need to learn is, so we'll be learning about our conditional statement. So this is done, right? So what is the main thing that I wanted to tell you is, so the plus and that is arithmetical operations, right? So you can just write your arithmetical operation, that is a plus b. So what was the thing that we were declared? The a plus b we have declared, right? So whenever I click on this, so it is 20. So why it is 20 over here? Because A's value 10 and B value is 10. So it is 20 if I just change it to 100 or something. So it will be 110. So I'm getting right. So this is how you write a function, guys. Okay. So and next thing that I'll just comment this one and this one also. So the next thing that we will be doing is we'll be using some of the if else like what I can tell conditional statements. So I'll also comment these two things. So what are the conditional statements? So do you have any idea about what is conditional statements, guys? Hmm? What are the conditional statements? What is like do you have any idea what is conditional statements? So what is the meaning of condition? Huh? Basic English, like what is the meaning of condition?
If a statement holds some criteria, if it is true, like just to validate whether it is true or false.
Yeah, okay. But I'm just asking whether it is normal basic in English only that what you can tell is to check whether it is true or false. Okay, as you told only, it is correct only. But similarly, basic you can tell is to check whether true or false. That's it. Okay. Actually, that you told a proper definition for that, so it is good. So anyone can just tell me like what is if. So if you know, that is if statement.
So it's basically a block of code to execute condition we are true or false.
Yeah, it is correct. So this is the syntax of if statement. Okay. So nothing but, so this is nothing but a syntax. Syntax. So of if statement. So first let us see the syntax of all the things. So I'll just write of if statement and if else, that is if else statement, and I'll also be telling you the syntax of what is the next thing, else statement, So here nothing but you will be writing one of your body of that, or else I can tell block of code, or else you can also tell it as statements. So here also you will be writing some block of statements, and here also will be writing statements, and here also will be writing statements. And similarly in switch case also you will be. So this is just one of the syntax of switch case. Syntax. So let us learn step by step over here, so you will not get any confusion. Okay, so first let us learn about the what that is if statement. So if statement is nothing but, so for that I'll just copy this both the things, that is a and b variable, okay, and I'll just write over here. So if statement is nothing but, so imagine that have been created this function. So you came to know like the function which have been written over here, right? So you don't worry about the syntax of this function. I'll be just letting you know in the next class, or in the same class only I'll be letting you know. That is your next topic that which you will be learning. So over here, see here this block of code will execute as I enter the function, right? So whenever I click on this button, so I'll also uncomment this and this, okay. So whenever I click on this statement will execute, right? So whenever I click on this button, see this both the things are getting executed. So I need a one condition. So what is the condition I can just give? That is, I'll just change this to, so this one, I'll just change this to a is equals to h1, and or else I'll just take only one variable. If a is equals to Puneet, then I need to enter it, okay. So like that. So for example, at that time what I'll be doing, I'll be just taking a is equals to, see here just I am comparing, okay. So if a is equals to Puneet, then I will be entering the data. So how to do that? I'll just take this, okay, and I'll just put it inside. I'll take it and I'll put it inside my function, and instead of this statement, so what is the statement? Statement is nothing but some code that which we are writing over here. So at that time I will be executing. So here I have given the a and it is equals to Puneet only. Suppose if that is equals to Puneet, so whenever I click on this, it will change, okay. So I have given variable of a is equals to Puneet, so I didn't give it as string. and here also I will make it as string. Why am I not able to? That is, I will take let a, and I'll also take another variable only, or else we will get confused. Let b is equals to print. So if a is equals to b, then that I need to execute. Okay, so see, if this both the value is equals to only, then this will execute. So correct, right? So if suppose this value is not matching, okay, so I just write this one and see it is not getting executed. Does this click button is working? No, right? See, and again I told you, no, there is a difference between what I can tell double equals to or triple equals to. So what is the difference I can tell is, I'll just comment this for now and I'll just write let a equals to a equals to 10 and let b equals to 10. Okay, so I'll just write over here and I'll just click it. So why is it not getting executed? And what if I just make only double equals to, and if I execute, see, is it getting executed? So am I able to get the output? So but what if I make triple equals to, and if I click I am not able to get the data? Why I am not able to get the data? Anyone can answer? Anyone can answer? See, because double equals to, that is triple equals to and double equals to, because triple equals to what I can tell, it it values, or I think it checks both. So triple equals to, it checks both value plus data type, but where as double equals to checks only the value. Okay, so there is a difference between double equals to and triple equals to. So did you got this point? Like, what is the difference between double equals to and triple equals to? See here, if I write only double equals to, it is only checking the value. It won't mind that whatever the data type it is. See, if I just click on this, it is just showing the data. But what if I write triple equals to, and if I just execute, see, it is not getting the whatever the statement it is inside this one. So why it is not entering the statement? Because why it is not entering? Because the data type is different. Okay, so I'll make this as double equals to and I'll write. Okay, so any confusion between triple equals to and double equals to? Guys, any confusion?
No, sir.
Okay, so Nikhil, explain me what is triple equals to and double equals to.
Sir, double equals to, it checks both, it checks only value, sir. Triple is it checks both value and data type.
What is data type and what is value?
So data type is integer is the value of the numbers. And
Data. Okay. What is the value?
For assigning the number in that value, sir, like is equal to 10.
Okay, for variable, if you are assigning anything, that is a value. Okay. So now we are coming to the if else condition. So the same thing only, what it happens over here. See, here we will be just taking the same function only, and I'll be just copy pasting this one over here. I'll remove this one and just take if else condition. Else I can write, see over here I'm like whenever I'm clicking on this, it is just getting changed. But what if I used triple equals to, I need to suppose if this is not there, now if I click on this, like it is not getting changed, so the user will not know like why it is not changing, right? So at that time I need one of the statement that has to come over here. So I told you, no, whatever the thing, like suppose whenever you go over here and if I suppose just allow, just I click over here, it will show you, since it is not getting match, it is just showing you just allow the item. So at that time how we will be doing, right? So in real world, like how you will be using in the sense, like you will be just taking over here in the else also you will be able to give some of the condition. So what is the condition that I will be doing is, I will be taking, that is window, sorry, document dot, sorry, this is windows dot alert, windows dot alert. So I inside the alert I'll be writing, that is nothing but check the data type. See, whenever I click on this, since it is not just changing, it is just showing you to check the data type, or else you can also just write here something went wrong. Something went wrong. So whatever you write over here, you will be getting it. See, am I getting that? So this is how you basically you use, guys. Okay, this is how you use this Windows alert and all. Any doubts? Or why to use this else condition? So this if and if else is done. Any doubts? So and what is the next thing that we have? That is, this is nothing but else. If and if else is also done. So okay, this one we left it. that is nothing but else if. So another one like we had no else if condition. Yeah, so if and if else is done, and after this, that is, we have another statement, that is, so this will be if else. Again this one will check the condition. Actually I'll make again the, before this, right, before writing this, actually this comes over here, this function will come over here, that is for this one else statement. So this one is not actually done. I'll make this as if else, and here I'll be writing one condition. Correct, I think so. So I'll be writing if else. So see, I have written the if condition, and I'll also be writing that is if a is equals to b, write one statement, right. Again if I want to check another condition, at that time what you will be doing, you will be taking if else, or I think that is else if else if condition. And I'll be just writing if a is equals to b. So this one I am writing two conditions. So you are able to see here, right? Here similarly to this one only, here I will also be just checking two conditions. Okay. So imagine that if you have more than 3 variables or 4 variables, at that time you can just use this one. Okay. The same thing only, I'll just copy and paste it over here also. And I'll apply this one over here. So this is nothing but I need to change it to else if. Okay, and here also I'll be writing the condition, and I'll be just giving here. So I'll change into this format. So can anyone explain how to change this into this format, this one to this format? So I'll be just writing this 2 lines of code over here, and again some other thing, that is I'll take another 2 variable, that is let, imagine let this one I'll make it as a, let c is equals to 10, I'll take. Okay, so now this will be good. So if a and b is not equals to, it will not execute, and again it will check a and c. So if this is equals to, that is if this is equals to, it will execute this statement. That is what if else statement. Okay. So now this will be good. See. So I'll just change this. Why am I getting that? Okay, I didn't uncomment this. Okay. See, if I just click on this, it is not getting changed. Why it is not getting changed? if A is equals to C, I need to get this changed. Why it is not getting changed? Yeah, see now now I am able to change this, right? So here first it is checking this first condition. Since this condition is not correct, it is going to the next condition. Suppose if I just change this to ulta condition, that is I just make this cross, that is A is equals to B. See now it is just changing the first one. So I'll just change this condition 1 and this one condition 2. So if I just execute, what is the condition that it is getting executed? The first condition. Okay, the first condition is getting executed. Any doubts? So if I just change this, the second condition will get executed. Wait this. If A is equals to B. Okay. Yeah. Actually, second condition should get executed. Why I am not? If A is equals to just a minute, guys. I think so. This is not changed. If A is equals to B.
A plus C condition.
Huh? Okay, I think so. This one. Yeah. Okay. See, now I am able to. Is this getting executed? See, it is getting executed, right? Any doubts? So if you want, I'll just comment this line, so you will be getting confused. See. So if else condition, if else ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಂತೀನಿ. So and nothing but this one switch statement. You might ask, sir, like what if I have hundreds of statements? Similarly ಇದೇ ತರ hundreds of statements, that is if else ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ. You cannot give only if there is only two conditions, that is only two conditions, and if you cannot just give more than like for everything that you can just you cannot give the conditions, and you cannot just change all the conditions and then you go. So at that time what you can do, you can just convert this into cases. Switch statement. So I'll be just writing into the cases. So I'll be just writing here the values. So what is the value I'll write? I'll take 1. So case 1, and I'll just copy this. Case 2 I'll take, and I'll take one of my array. So let array is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So and I'll just write one of my statement document, the same thing I'll just copy from here. Control C, and if I just paste it over here and I'll just uncomment. So I'll just write my condition over here, that is, I think I've commented all the things previously which I have written. No. Okay, I'll come here, I'll comment this, and I'll also comment this one, and I'll also copy this. I'll come back over here and I'll just write down, I'll remove this one, actually I don't want. So imagine only one thing, and if I'll write this as 4, okay, and if I'll write again here a is equals to 4, if that a is equals to 4, again the case value we need to give over here, okay. So I'll just write, that is, so I'll just completely copy this. Control Shift. Yeah, so I'll just take it over here and Control Shift F. Yeah, I've aligned it. So over here this is 2 and this is 3 and this one will be 4 and this one will be 5 and this one will be 6 and this one will be the default. So default will be nothing but, I'll write the different statement. I'll make it as default. Here I'll be writing 1 and I'll be writing 2, I'll be writing 3, I'll be writing 4, I'll be writing 5. Please mute your mic. I'll be writing 6 and I'll be writing 7. Okay, so if I click, nothing is happening, right? So why nothing is happening? Alright, so if I click on this, why no action is going on? Why? Anyone can answer? Why there is no action going on? Because we didn't add the function. What was the function name previously we have given? Inner. Okay, and I'll just shift this inside here. Okay, done. So let us just check. I'll just check, just get me a minute. So let a value is equals to 4 if a value of is equals to, if that is present over here, so I need to mention okay, if a is present I need to mention here array of so I'll be mentioning here actually that is mm, okay, I have taken an array, right? So I'll be just writing array of so what is the so this one, this switch statement I just got confused. I'll be just telling you in the next class, okay? So actually it should work. I don't know like what is the mistake I have done. So I'll be telling you in the next class. So you don't worry about this switch statement. So and what is the next thing that usually we do is that is nothing but the function. So what is the function? Have already given you the normal syntax of the function. So what is the function which have been taken is I think so it is not working. Now I'll just check it. Yeah, see now it is just working over here because but I need to get the data of 4. Imagine a data that is a 1 2 3 4. So whatever the data I give, that data will execute. See, this one is not required actually. Actually, I thought to give for one of the variable and then I thought to compare it, okay? But actually, I don't need this data. So what I'll be doing is, so whatever the data you give over here, suppose you are just passing the data as 4, though it will just, if it will just check the value over here. So how it checks? It comes over here and if you are just giving 4 over here, it will just check it first over here only. So now it will be printing this statement. So which statement it will be printing? It will be printing this, that is 1. Just I will go and change. Is it printing? And you might ask, sir, then so many cases are there, how it just terminates? Since for that only have used the break. Okay, see this break, if I remove this and if I print it, see it is printing 2. Why it is printing 2? Since it is, so if I just remove all these things, So what it will print? It is printing default, right? So the actual answer what we need to get? We need to get this one. So break is nothing but it breaks this statement and it will print the previous statement. Okay, whatever the thing it is there. So it is getting satisfied. Since it is getting satisfied, that condition is satisfied, it will break over there only. See, suppose if I write this one as 1 only, it will, if this is not the condition, it will not enter this condition, it will enter this condition. So how it enters in the sense, I'll just write it over here. See, it is not entering inside this condition, that is first condition, it will directly go and enter the fourth condition. Okay, or else you can also write, that is, if I am using this one, that is the previous thing which have been used. So what was the previous thing that I used? The array and this one, right? So I can just mention this here, a is equals to 1, and for that I will be able to write here a, and if I write this as 4, see, it is printing the first statement. So at that time what you need to write, you need to mention that a is equals to 4, because it is taking a first. Okay, then only it will do. Okay, if a is equals to array of, that is index 1, or since here it is 4, 1 2 3 4 I will take, that is 1, that is 0 1 2 and 3. If a is equals to array of 3, then you print that statement. So am I you are getting, I think so, you are getting my point. So similarly, what if I want to apply all this thing to this one, sorry, all this, for all these cases, if I want to apply, what you will do? You will just change, since array of index starts from 0 1 2 3, you need to change it over here, 0 and 1. So I think so you know what is array. Zero, 1 and 2, 3. So that, like that you need to change. Okay, again all these things you can change it off. So since I'll just I'll be changing this to 4, 4, and this one to 5. So if I just search, am I able to get that same data only as I was getting in previous thing? Am I able to get? Any doubts? Similarly, see, this is the break, okay, and what is the next thing, that topic? So this topic is done. No, and the next one is nothing but the looping statement. So looping statement is nothing but you write more codes. Okay, so this is like looping statements I'll be telling you after doing this function. Okay, at that time you will be properly getting like whatever the things that I'm telling you. Okay, after telling this function, I'll tell this looping statement. Okay, so I'll just go over here, I'll just comment this one. So any doubts in this, you can just ask me. Any doubts in switch statement? Okay, so what is the next thing? That is this one I'll be telling, looping statement I'll be telling you in the next class. So this control and flow is nothing but But the same thing only, I'll take this example only. See, break is nothing but I told you it will break the point and it will be telling you the next point at which you want to go through, right? But here what it happens, if you use continue, so continue in the sense I'll be okay, continue also I'll be telling in this only. So continue is nothing but whenever you are using one looping statement, that is for loop, I'll take and just one iteration I'll do. And if I go for console.log, how to run this again, you need to mention function yes, if I is equals to so I is equals to initially 1 and I is equals to 0 and so I plus plus and this will run. So name of the function will be inner and I'm calling that function inner. See, am I able to run this for 10 times? See, actually this has gone for 10 times. So I'll just write this for one time. So see, it is only printed once. So if I just click this again and again, it is just going, no, but if I click on this again and again, it is just going. But what if this, that is, if I make 10 and if I just make right, see, every time when I call, it is getting what it is loading for 10 times. See, you are able to see, I think so, it is just loading for 10 times. So I'll just make this as break, and if I just run, see what is going on. So if that is answer, if that one is just continued, if you print that, it will just break that statement and then it is going. Are you able to see this? Before, what if I don't add this break statement? See, it is printing for 10 times. Are you able to see? See? You are able to see the difference, I think so. Are you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And what if I use continue? Continue. See, it is just taking. Actually, the example for continue I'll be giving a better one. Okay, the example for break I think so you got. So why we will be using break, right? So once if you get the answer, it will just terminate the statement. So once if you get the answer, it will just terminate the statement. But continue is nothing but it will just skip the statement and it will just write the statement whatever it is over here. Suppose if I have this statement and if I just write it, oh, why it is not able to. No, actually I'll give you another good example for continue. Okay, so you don't worry about the continue. So just remember me in the next class about the continue. Okay, so usually you won't be using this continue and all, it is in high level, but you will be using the break. Okay, but just remember me like to tell about the continue in the next class. So any doubts in this statements like which all have done, and actually you have learned about the function also, like how you will be declaring one of the function, right? So function and the function name you will be giving. So this is the normal function, that is I can tell syntax syntax of if in function. So what is the syntax of normal function? The function. So okay, function and the function name, and if you function name and the body of that. So how to call that function name? So you will be using name and you will be just writing like this, you will be calling the function. Okay, so this is the syntax of the normal function, and there is nothing called another thing, that is syntax for the arrow function. So this arrow function actually I'll be telling now itself, because the arrow function only you will be using. Okay, most of the things you will be using arrow function only. This is introduced in the new version, that is ES6 I think so. Okay, that is nothing but I can tell let function. Okay, I'll just tell this one later. So I'll take another function, that is function with argument and without argument. I'll just write all the syntax of function with argument. So with parameters I can write with argument. So argument is nothing but this one where you pass. Okay, so you will be passing the argument over here. Okay, so you will be passing one argument over here and you will be writing. So you can also write tell it as parameterized function or so on. So and another thing you can write callback function. Syntax of callback function. what I can tell, function, and inside this I'll again write one another function. Function name. So name of the another function. So you will be calling one function in another day another function. So like that you will be writing. Okay. So these